Hello, welcome to episode whatever this is, 16, 17, mid-teens. Perfect draft Dynasty without other part 22. It's Saturday, the 28th of August. It's late morning, coming up on lunchtime. I am exhausted. Past week was very hectic in a good way. Happy to have students back in class. Excited for what's to come, even if this year will be I don't know, like hopefully a letdown from last year, as opposed to like in the context of being a social studies teacher, because last year was a gold mine, you know, for stand-up comedians and social studies teachers. So this team, this was the last tournament. This was the one, and I remembered it because of the title that I made it, and also the whole thing I had with Mark Belanger. I actually thought this team would do better than it did. Uh, did not do better. We lost in 6 games in the first round, and looking at it, the bullpen, which I thought would have been pretty good, was not. Bobby Parnell was some hot garbage in his 2 2/3 innings. He won a game, but ERA of 6.75. Pablo Lopez did not perform well in his start. Tim Hudson goes 0-2 with an ERA near 12. Like, that's, and I get it. Our defense wasn't good. Our defensive efficiency being 25th. We were only outscored by 4 runs in the 6 games. We were tied for third in runs against, but everything else like really seemed to belie what there actually was. And we were just average. We did not come to perform. So, our best hitter, Tommy Leach, only hit 105. You're going to be hard pressed to win a series like that, right? The tree here, I don't know how we did compare to the rest of the teams in the tournament. We lost to the team that got to the Final Four, so that's reasonable. That's reasonable. I can accept that. All right, let's jump into one and try and make it quick so I can go eat lunch because I'm pretty hungry. I'll do a 10K. No, I'll do this 2K. I'll do this 2K one. I had a team last night I rather liked, and that just didn't go anywhere either. I was too tired to record anything last night, so I didn't bother trying. But I played and won, and I don't know how I did. I just know I didn't win. All right, Roy Oswalt, Lloyd Moseby, who I haven't used before, Harold Baines, who I haven't used before, Red Ruffing, Amos Strunk, and Jimmy Rollins. Now, the homer in me would want to take Jimmy Rollins. There is this Oswalt here, which is it's okay. It's not the best card in the world. I've not seen this Moseby card yet, period. It's nice. It speaks to me. Has more power than I was expecting, and excellent outfield skills. Harold Baines. This is a solid card. I would take the Moseby over that. Now, this card goes for a lot in the marketplace, and I just never really knew why. This is really the first time I've had a chance to actually see the card. I'm curious about a comparison between these two. So, they're both not great against lefties, Moseby and Strunk. The Strunk card is not going to strike out much. The Moseby card's going to walk a little bit more. The contact is comparable. Obviously, Strunks is higher. However, Moseby's better against lefties. Moseby's also faster on the bases. If we look at the defensive ratings, Moseby's a better defender for what you're going to put him at. You're going to put each of them in center field, and Moseby's by far the better center fielder. So, like, the Strunk card goes for a lot. I know it's used in perfect league and diamond leagues and stuff, but I mean, outside of the avoid strikeouts, I'm kind of, and it is a really good card against righties. I'm inclined to take the Moseby. I guess I am. So I'm going to take the Moseby, which is odd because I know how popular this card is and how much it sells for. And I'm going Moseby here. All right, next round, Larry Doyle, Kent Greenfield, Josh Hader, George Watkins, Sean Doolittle, and Buck Leonard. Now, of course, 99 means you're generally going to take it. This is a fine card. It's a better defender than a lot of first basemen. It's fine. It is a really good card. Looking at Laughing Larry, the defense is not great. To me, like for what I do with what trying to create chaos on the base pass, like if I'm looking at DH card and I'm comparing Leonard and Doyle, I'm more inclined to take Doyle because of what he can do on the bases. I understand that Buck Leonard is an overall better hitter, though Larry Doyle is going to avoid strikeouts. But Leonard has the walks. He will hit for a higher average, presumably, and will hit for slightly more power. But Doyle's going to create more runs, I think, because of the 100 stealing to go with the speed. Again, like I really feel like I'm looking at both of them as DH cards. Now I look at the Doolittle. That's great, especially considering I have a great center fielder in Moseby. The extreme fly ball isn't so much a worry. Watkins, that's a non-starter for me. Hader, I mean, it's also a really good card, of course. I mean, 150 stuff is absurd. But I think I'm going to take Doyle. And I'm going to lean into what I do. Lean into the speed, create the havoc. And now we have Woody English, Keith Falk, Al Worthington, Willie Wells, Carlos Baerga, and Roy Patterson. I will start with Wells. I have used this card, I believe, in this series. And again, somebody who can fly, and the defense is all right there. The Worthington, because it's the 98. Again, this is excellent. This is excellent. Taking relievers in diamond rounds is still kind of like, I don't know. Like, I understand that it's something of a rarity and it's not something I typically do and probably won't do because Wells exists here. Wells is better than Baerga. Woody English's ability to play third base does help, but honestly, it pales in comparison to Wells. And Roy Patterson, a ground ball pitcher, which I like. But again, does pale in comparison to Wells. So we will go ahead, take the Wells. And my up the middle defense is good. I just have to remember to get a second baseman. I have to remember that. Now we have Ryan Mountcastle, Marcus Simeon, Juan Pizarro, Bill White, Jim Bagby, Marty Cavanaugh, Ken Griffey Jr., Clyde Engel, Greg Walker, Jonas Cespedes, Jason Thompson, Mike Mannix. My inclination is to take Engel and Mannix because I know what they are. And, Engel, again, he fits the profile of what I'm going for. The defense is good. He runs well. The hit tool is there for the most part. The defense, the range is there. The error is kind of, I mean, it's okay. It's not great. Cespedes, it's fine. I would take Kavanaugh over Angle over Cespedes. Kavanaugh, this is a fine card, but it's a DH card to me. The defense isn't there. Mountcastle, I think it's all power. Yeah, it's pretty much like it's like a like true three, not true three outcomes card. It's a all or nothing card to me. It's Juan Pizarro. Let's take a look at this guy. He's an extreme fly ball, and the movement is above average, but not elite. Okay. Bill White, Griffey, just, unfortunately starting to break down Griffey, just not quite there. Jason Thompson, oh, I didn't mean to compare that, but I guess I could look at it through this vein. Jason Thompson is a great power hitter. But the defense, if I remember correctly, the defense is not great. Okay, I'm going to take Angle Maddox, which is what I was, Greg Walker. Let's take a quick look at Greg Walker. Great, hit tool, but again, it's a DH card in my view. Okay, David Freese, Marlon Bird, Bip Roberts, Ron Taylor, Mike Lowell, Dave Nielsen, Mike Krivich, Aaron Loop, Ron Guidry, Jason Droscher, Denelson Lamette, and Tex Houston. I want to look at this Lamette to start. It's a pretty reasonable card. It's not bad. I do have to start. I do have to get some starters. That needs to be a thing. The Guidry card is very solid with the exception of the movement. It's not extreme fly ball, which I can get behind. Tex Houston, it's okay. I don't like the fact that there's 3 below average pitches. I am not a tremendous fan of that. Aaron Loop, I believe this card became a gold recently. It's a left-handed reliever, a ground ball pitcher. I like this for above average pitches. I am all right with that. Nielsen can't play defense, which is problematic. I'm not enamored with either the Lowell or the Freeze. So Krivich, I have a center fielder and he'll play center field. Let's go. I want to look at Lamette again. Fly ball pitcher with average movement and control, or lefty setup guy with above average everything. I'll take the lefty setup guy, which is, it's a thing. It just happened. Scipio Spinks, Mitch Haniger, Hilton Smith, Felix Rodriguez, Kendrys Morales, Ricky Henderson, which, well, okay. Gene Hermansky, Chick Cavey, John Romano, Jeremy Giambi, Carlos Carrasco, and Dan Plezak. So I will just go ahead and take Ricky again. I mean, you get that 400, above 400 on base with maybe some steals. I can get behind that. The Carrasco card isn't bad. I do like the fact that there's so many plus pitches. Hafey, like that would be a DH card, and I already have that with Larry Doyle, unless I bite the bullet and like play Doyle defensively, which is not what I want to do. So I'm gonna skip that. So really, I guess for me, it comes down to the Romano card is good. I'm gonna try and get a top catcher, like a top defensive catcher, though. Hermansky also good. I'm gonna take a pitcher though. I'm gonna take a pitcher. So, although I'm just realizing with Ricky taking a second left fielder puts me in DH territory, and I can't. Yeah, and I might just have to take the pitchers and bypass Ricky here because Angle's going to play. And that would mean that Ricky wouldn't be playing. And that just doesn't really make any sense here. So I will go ahead. I'm going to take the pitchers. Looking at Hermansky one more time. I could probably talk myself into this. The error's rough, but Mosby, like the range is good though. Just the error's rough. But everything else is not bad and will probably be better than what I find. So who comes off? Smith comes off. I don't know if like that's a thing, like if that's what the game's recommending to you, or if it's random. I've tried it. I've really tried it. It just never really seems to. I I think it's what the game's like wanting you to do. I'll stick with Carrasco. I just like the card better than the Smith. And I'll solidify at least a starting outfield. Jeff Houston, Pinky Higgins, Frank White, Dave Stapleton, Tom Timmerman, Jordan Hicks, Kelly Johnson, Scott Service, Ellis Burton, Cliff Heathcote, John Briggs, Brian Moeller. Again, is taking a fourth outfielder here something I would want to do at this stage? Like he can play all four, which is great, but would I want to do that? Probably not. Higgins is not the defensive third baseman I would want. I'm inclined to take Hicks here. Frank White. I could lean into this I could do this for second base. It's not like the most ideal card ever, but it's not terrible. To me, it's better than Kelly Johnson. Yeah. Timmerman. Would I want to go to relievers here? No, I think I need to grab my second baseman. So then it's Hicks or Timmerman. And let's just take a very quick look. The Hicks has better stuff. Timmerman has better movement and better overall pitches. The control is the same. So I'm going to take Timmerman. I mean, it's just, looking at the stuff plus movement, it's better and more consistent with Timmerman than it is for Hicks. So I'm going to take Timmerman. I think that's the right call. At least it's the call I'm going with. I need two starters. I need a catcher. I need a first baseman. And then I need subs. So I got Chris Martin, Martin Prado, Steve Roser, Adrian Beltre, Eric Haas, Johnny Grubb, Herb Pennock, Jeff Devanon, Dell Howard, Dennis Kinney, Todd Helton, Felix Jose. So I'm going to look at Dell Howard. Is this a card I can get into? Yes, it is. That's my first baseman. I mean, if I've used Dell Howard before, I just never remember what's what. Haas, it's a major power card. The defense is okay. Gonna strike out. It's like a Ryan Mountcastle card for catchers. Chris Martin, the control is certainly there. I could have him pitch around guys. Pennock, it's basically a lefty version of the Martin, I think. The Martin's got a little bit better, like a little bit better movement, a little bit better. It's just a terrible way to say that. Kenny, I gotta start picking this up because there's 4 minutes left. I mean, to me, they're kind of the same. Pennock has worse stuff in movement, but as a lefty, I'll take Martin. I'll take Martin. It's okay that I don't take lefties all the time, like I don't always have to do that. So I got my first baseman. I got another starter. Hopefully I can get a catcher. Brandon Harris, Roger Erickson, Aaron Fletcher, Oliver Perez, Hack Miller, Joe Carter, Mark Leiter, Harry Bay, Earl Grace, Babe Dahlgren, Dane Dunning, Judd Wilson. I'm going to take Judd Wilson. That's definitely going to be one card I take here. And Miller would be a good DH card if I didn't already have one. Perez, I like that as a reliever card. Aaron Fletcher is fine too. I do like the Perez more. That's probably where I'm going to go. Dade Dunning, it's fine. Earl Grace, can he? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to struggle for catchers, which is a common thing that I deal with. I'm going to take the Dunning as a ground ball pitcher. I'm going to take the Dunning. I'm confident enough with my defense. So I'll take that over the reliever because I already have 4 relievers. So I still need another starter. Oh, good Lord. Walter Clarkson, Johnny Frederick, Chad Saboka, Yermin Mercedes, Jesse Litch, Joe Yeager, Buck Freeman, Gene Locklear, Jerry Janetsky, Chris Haney, Joe Inglet, Santiago Espinal. Can Mercedes catch? Not really. Crap. I got 2.5 minutes. Buck Freeman isn't really much of anything. Sabaka, the control sucks. Like, to me, that's a reliever. That's not a starter. This round sucks. This round is bad. Can I get a 4th outfielder? Kind of. I mean, that's a bench bat, and he could play 2 positions. Fine. Okay, can I get another? Okay, I would keep the other guy. Inglet. Yep. That's a decent all-around backup. Fine. Next. Jared Walsh, Hub Walker, Josh Spores, Jimmy Wasdell, Wasdell, whatever. Billy Gardner, Rich Dower, Taylor Rogers, Kevin Kuzmanov, Carl Sawatsky, Dave LaPointe, Rowan Wick, Cam Cameron. Can either of these guys play defense? No, and I'm going to be forced to take one. And I've got 1:25, and I'm only on around 11. Son of a gun. I'll take Cameron, and I'm going to take Rogers. I know what the card is. I'm happy with the card. I still need another starter. Holy crap. Andrew Miller, Chick Gandil, Tim Anderson, Jamie Serta, Bill Bonham, Bob Wood, Jack Berconti, Matt Weiss, Frank Briskin, Mike Mayers, and Bob Swift. Can Bob Wood catch? No. Chick Gandil as a backup bat. I'm going to go to the last round. Oh, Bill Bonham. I'm going to take that. That's the starter. And hopefully I get a catcher, a backup catcher here. Bud Bowling. And who else? I guess that's it. So he's on the team by default. Jared Dyson can run. I know that. How many pitchers do I need? I need at least 2. I'll take the lefty with average stuff. I will take, he's got above average. He's a ground ball guy for Tapia. What's Sampson got? He's extreme fly ball with all the average stuff. Give me the ground ball guy. And I need one more card. Scott Livingston. Ooh, how is this? Okay, I guess he can hit. So he's a bat off the bench. Oh, I didn't even see Cam. Shoot. Take Bedrosian and take Garcia and be done with it. Oh, I didn't take Bedrosian, did I? Darn. Well, that's life. Okay. This is not a, this is, oh God. All right. This is going to be a 4-man rotation. It's a 16-team tournament. I can get by. 6-person pen. How do I only have 10 pitchers? What did I click off a guy and not get the Bedrosian? That's probably what happened. My roster has, now it's got 26 on it. So I only have 10. Well, okay. So we're going to see what happens with a 10-man staff. Frank White's also not starting because Doyle is. So who do they have DH and Gandil? Which I get it for the speed, but that's not what I want to do. So that's not going to be what I do. Frank White is going to play. He's going to start at second base. Doyle's going to be the DH. That's what it was to start. That's what it's going to be. We'll generate that. and we'll move the lineup around. I guess it didn't move at all. Okay, so Willie Wells, Dell Howard, Lloyd Moseby, Larry Doyle, Clyde Engel, Gene Hermansky, Frank White, Judd Wilson, Cam Carrion. That's a fine. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna have Carrion hit 8th. Can he bunt? Not really. Okay. Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? You know? So the wrong one. So what I will be adjusting off camera. The defense is okay. I'll probably do some shifting with the infield. But obviously I'll have guys who are going to be running all over the place here. My whole lineup will be running. Running all over. Seriously, this whole lineup can run, and they will. Even though Dyson's not playing, Gandel's not playing, Doyle is, Moseby is, Wilson is, Wells is, Howard is, Engel is, White is. I mean, that's Hermansky is. That's pretty much the whole lineup. So I'll adjust that off camera. And we'll see what happens. I don't think there's a winner. I feel like my screw up at the end with the pitching staff is going to severely hurt me. It's probably a first round exit, but I've won with worse teams because I had this much speed and created runs. Because I don't have any power in the lineup, just Larry Doyle. So we're going to be a run and gun team. And hopefully that leads to run creation and sustained rallies, because runs are going to be hard to come by otherwise. We're not going to be a team that gets walks either. Just Moseby is going to be a walk getter. So our on base percentage is probably going to be pretty low, but our runs could be pretty high if the right scenarios come into place. But like I said, probably a first round exit. We'll see what happens. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching and putting up with my nonsense, and I will catch you later. Take care.